What is going on, everybody? We are back with the Chiefs Uncovered. It is Monday Night Football at halftime on the Miami Dolphins and LA Rams game. So I decided let's get into some Chiefs coverage, folks. Okay, welcome back to the Chiefs Uncovered on the Undroppables Network. I'm your host, Grindberg, and I'm breaking down the Week 10 victory over the Broncos, where the last-second field goal blocked by Mike Danna kept our Chiefs undefeated streak alive at 9-0. Patrick Mahomes and the defense stepped up in clutch moments, but there's plenty to discuss, including the Chiefs' offensive struggles and the defensive plays. We also dive into the Week 11 matchup against the Buffalo Bills in an AFC showdown with massive playoff implications. Can our Chiefs maintain their undefeated streak against Josh Allen and the Bills? We'll talk about key players to watch, including potentially the return of Isiah Pacheco in the near future. So, Chiefs, let's get our shit together and let's get this party started with the Chiefs Uncovered on the Undroppables Network. Let's go. Yeah, let's hit it. Okay, we are back and let's talk about the Chiefs' undefeated season, and it's still intact after a heart-stopping 16-14 victory over the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Thanks to that last-second field goal blocked by defensive lineman Mike Danna, the Chiefs, who now have won 15 straight games dating back to their Super Bowl run, have found ways to win yet again in a game that was nothing but smooth. But despite trailing much of the contest, our Chiefs managed to stay poised and come up clutch when it mattered the most. In the final drive, the Broncos had a 35-yard field goal attempt that could have, caused our first loss of the season. Cortland Sutton came up big, with a third down conversion there that I thought that was the nail in the coffin to our undefeated season here, folks. But that was not the case. Our special teams came up big. Our team has been hitting on all cylinders on all facets of the game, other than our offense, which took a step back after a really good game on Monday Night Football against the Buccaneers. But we were expecting a bit of struggles against the Broncos this week. They have a tough defense, and we always play our division opponents pretty tight for the most part. But the Chiefs chipped away at the Denver's lead. Butker connected on a 28-yard field goal in the third quarter to make the game 14-13. Then in the fourth quarter, he kicked a 20-yard field goal to give the Chiefs that 16-14 lead. But the Broncos, they weren't finished. Nix, who looked poised throughout the game, he orchestrated a clutch drive that brought Denver to the Chiefs' 35-yard line with a chance to win it. Lutz lined up on the 35-yard line. What a block that was. Though the Chiefs came away with the win, the performance wasn't without its flaws. Mahomes, despite throwing 266 yards and a touchdown, he had several misfires, including a missed deep ball to Xavier Worthy on an overthrown pass to Kelsey in the end zone that likely would have been a touchdown to seal the deal. The Chiefs' offense, particularly in the first half, struggled to sustain drives, averaging just 4.9 yards per play. Chiefs' offensive line, usually one of the best in the league, was far less than stellar. Pass protection was consistent issue throughout the game, with Mahomes facing pressure from Denver's front seven. In particular, they gave up a decent amount of sacks, and rookie offensive tackle Kingsley Suamatia, we're going to have to find out where he fits in because Mahomes was hit multiple times. The Chiefs were forced to rely more on screen plays and chip blocks, which stunted the flow of their offense and contributed to, the inability to convert on those third down plays. So the Chiefs are going to really have to focus in on that offensive line, especially against a team like Buffalo Bills, who are going to be high octane offense, who are going to probably score a lot of points and put up some numbers against our stout Chiefs defense. We'll talk a little bit more about the Bills in the second half of the show. But the Chiefs defense deserves credit, and they've been resilient as well. Although Knicks and the Broncos had success early in the game, Spags' unit clamped down, especially in the second half. The Chiefs allowed just 2 field goals in the final 30 minutes and made key stops on third down. In particular, the Chiefs defense made adjustments in the red zone and limited the Broncos' ability to score after their second touchdown. The Chiefs also got timely stops from cornerback Jalen Watson, who broke up a crucial play on third down, and linebacker Leo Chenal, who stuffed the run on a pivotal 3rd-and-1 play. Despite being tested for the full 60 minutes, the Chiefs showed again that they refuse to lose. This win keeps them undefeated at 9-0 and keeps our unblockable block party going again. So let's keep this consecutive 15-win victory, including the last year's Super Bowl run, though they have areas to clean up, particularly on offense and in pass protection. Their ability to find ways to win in any situation is a testament to Andy Reid, Mahomes, Chris Jones, and the whole offense and defensive side of the ball. Their undefeated streak is now intact, and they'll look to keep it rolling in what promises to be a primetime showdown, 4 o'clock Eastern time, Sunday afternoon in Buffalo. It's going to be a thriller. We'll break that one down a little bit later on. But before we do that, let's talk about Isiah Pacheco. And, the Chiefs have been without him, and they've been managing to stay 9-0 undefeated without Isiah Pacheco in the lineup. And Kareem Hunt has come in and has served as a valuable asset to that team. But Pacheco fractured his fibula back in week 2. We know he's been sidelined, and it's been about 6 weeks. And now he went under surgery in mid-September. Initial projections had him returning in the 6 to 8 week window. Recent reports suggest that he could begin practicing in the next week or so. So his return is evident. It could be in late November. This could coincide with the Chiefs, matchup against potentially the Panthers. They may, opt to rest him in week 12, but looking at maybe a week 13 entrance. While Pacheco's absence has been felt, particularly in terms of his leadership and his energy on the field, the Chiefs have not missed it really a beat offensively. They brought in Kareem Hunt, like I mentioned. He re-signed in response to the Pacheco injury. He has stepped up pretty good in a prominent role. He's carried the ball 111 times, 414 yards, and 5 touchdowns over the past 4 games. Although his yards per carry at 3.7 isn't very good, he has proven to be especially effective in wearing down defenses, consistently carrying the ball 20 plus times per game and keeping the Chiefs offense on brand. His contributions have allowed the Chiefs to remain productive on the ground without skipping a beat, and Pacheco's absence will be still on the go here for a couple more games. However, the dynamics of the backfield remain different without Pacheco. As fellow running back Samaje Perine noted, Pacheco's exuberant and vocal leadership is noticeable in his absence, and we're looking for him to come back. It's going to be timely for him to come back while the Chiefs are going to make that three-peat run in a crucial time of the season. The Chiefs have the luxury of the depth at running back now with Hunt in the arsenal, and Pacheco's elusive speed and hard-nosed running style would add another dimension to this offense. But Hunt has also demonstrated that he can carry the load in the meantime, and the Chiefs now at 9-0, probably looking to have another statement game, and maybe they might take it easy for a game or two here in the stretch, depending on how things play out in the AFC. But they are a stunning leader here. They're 9-0, and let's get into this primer matchup before we get into this halftime of this Monday Night Football game here, folks. But the Chiefs are headed into Buffalo in the showdown the Bills and Chiefs have been waiting for all season. The NFL has been flexing this game to a national broadcast. The Chiefs faithful will be tuning in to see if Mahomes and the undefeated Chiefs can beat Josh Allen and the high-flying 8-2 Bills. As always, the spotlight will be on the two quarterbacks, and they will hold extra attention as this playoff battle continues to unfold. These two teams share recent history. It's a battle of the AFC heavyweights, with both teams jockeying for playoff position. The outcome could have serious implications on home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and we know how important that is, especially when it comes down to the cold weather games in December. The Chiefs are riding a wave of success, stretching their win streak to 15. We talked about it in depth over their last win over the Broncos. But for Buffalo, this game represents a chance to exact some revenge after the Chiefs beat them in the 2023 AFC divisional round in a heart-pounding 27-24 victory. While the regular season matchups have tilted in Buffalo's favor in recent years, Kansas City's playoff success has given them the upper hand when it matters the most. The Bills are coming off a strong win against the Colts, where their defense once again flexed its muscles, forcing turnovers and stopping the Colts offense when in its tracks. So Josh Allen had another usual up and down game, but his weapons, like James Cook, Khalil Shakir, came up when it mattered the most. The Chiefs defense will have its hands full with Josh Allen, who's been playing at an MVP caliber level in 2024, and that's no shocker. Allen, in one of the most dangerous do-threat quarterbacks in the league, and his ability to extend plays with his legs makes him a nightmare for our Chiefs to defend. The Chiefs secondary, led by standout cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, will need to keep track of, the high-flying Bills offense that likes to spread the ball around. So targeting a offensive weapon will be tough for the Chiefs to decipher. It'll be a spread out ball game. The Chiefs have been solid on defense this year. As we know, they will bring their A game to Buffalo, especially after being vulnerable by non-star quarterbacks in recent weeks. Kareem Hunt, who stepped up in the injured Pacheco, will continue to be a key player for the Chiefs this week. Hunt has been solid in Pacheco's absence. He's been grinding out those tough yards, and for the Chiefs to succeed, they'll need to stay balanced and avoid becoming just one-dimensional. Looking at special teams, the Chiefs have been one of the best in the league in that department, and they will continue to trend that way in Buffalo, with the Bills crowd known for being one of the loudest and most passionate fan bases in the NFL. Any opportunity to gain the advantage through field position or special teams plays could be a game changer for our Chiefs. Kicker Harrison Butker will be crucial in the game, as he always is, and when the game is on the line and every point matters, especially in bad weather conditions, Buffalo own special teams unit is solid as well. So both players like Butker and Bass will be heavily targeted and used this week, I'm assuming, in a high scoring battle here. So moving on to the passing game for our Chiefs, I'm looking for a big game from DeAndre Hopkins. They're going to need him. I think since coming in here, he's shown to be the number one target outside of Travis Kelce. He's been a big playmaker, especially when the Chiefs needed him the most in that Bucs game. 2 touchdowns, over 80 yards receiving. They're going to need him again this week to keep up with the Bills, and look for Mahomes to have a nice week. Look for Kelce to have a nice week, and look for DeAndre Hopkins also to have a nice week against the Bills. I'm not expecting a whole lot of the Chiefs this week. I'm hoping that we see a victory. This is the one I've had circled on my calendar all year. So hopefully, Chiefs fans, Chiefs Kingdom, we come out with the big W in Buffalo. Yeah, let's keep it up here, folks. That's a wrap for today's episode of the Chiefs Uncovered on the Undroppables Network. Thanks for tuning in as we recapped the heart-stopping Week 10 victory over the Broncos. We looked ahead to the epic 11-week showdown against the Bills. The Chiefs, they are rolling, but there's plenty more action ahead. So stay locked in for all the updates. And if you've enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to your fellow Chiefs Kingdom family. And you can find all our content here on the Undroppables Network on the undroppables.com. Plus, if you want to support us to the next level, please sign up for our Patreon. Also, make sure to follow us on socials and stay connected. As always, thanks for being part of Chiefs Kingdom. We'll be back next week with all the latest. Until then, stay strong, stay loud, and stay undefeated, Chiefs Kingdom. We'll be back next time with another episode of the Chiefs Uncovered. Let's peace out.